Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with a quick update here, actually in regards to the newest event that started yesterday, being the Fiery Incarnate Leaderboard event, guys. Now, in this video, I want to talk about the big trap here because of the fact that we're seeing a lot of folks being engaged in this event, and it's great and all, but remember, guys, it's taking away from the big picture, which is the fact that there is a brand new Fantastic Four team coming around the corner. And, as free-to-play players versus the spenders, right? Right now, this is our only advantage, which is hoarding and preparing for this new team that is going to be meta-breaking. We're seeing a lot of folks being engaged in this event. And, honestly, it's rewarding. It can give you an opportunity here for diamonds for Omega Red. There's also mutant gear that you can utilize for Age of X, guys. But end of the day, though, these resources and whatnot that's going to get used, especially if you're free-to-play like myself, it's probably not going to be going to a good big picture view in terms of the newest team being right around the corner. So what actually was surprising to me was I hoarded close to 6,000 campaign energy. I actually even hoarded some of this Red Phoenix energy from over the weekend. So I spent 200 cores per day for this one and 200 cores per day for campaign. So that was roughly 400 power cores per day. So you can see how easily that would add up, right? 400 cores per day being used over the span of a week. That's 2,800 in a week, 5,600 for the next 2 weeks, which is how long this event's going to be. 5,600 power cores that you can essentially be using for some of the newest Fantastic Four characters. And that's why I just can't contribute to that. I even after me pouring all of my campaign energy and all of the hoarded fiery orb fragments and whatnot into it, let me show you where my ranking is right now. I'm only, I'm doing something that, some folks don't do, which is hoard. But for free to play, we actually just have no chance. Even with everything hoarded right there, even with me completing the negative zone yesterday, and keep in mind, we can still complete the negative zone for the next 13 days here. My rank has only dropped off, right? Like, I think yesterday I was top 1,500, and then today now I'm down to the top 3,700. So reason being is quite simple. There's a couple of things that you can do to elevate yourself, but all of it does require money. There is currently right now if you head over to the events, there's the Accursed Team Tower right here also happening for the next 13 days. If you've been able to do this, if you have the 5 Accursed members, and by the way, I don't have any one of them unlocked, you can actually go through and get some pretty meaningful rewards, which is the difference maker here. If you're able to partake in this event with the 5 Accursed characters, you can see these Fiery Incarnate Orb Fragments, they're quite abundant, right? For each level that you complete, you're going to be accumulating this, and it only grows. So that's what's happening. The spenders have a huge advantage against the free-to-play for this event, respectively, and by all means, they should honestly reap the rewards. They paid to use those characters and whatnot. This is just a nice little, pat on the back for them, additional rewards for them to participate, because that's why it's so competitive. The crazy thing, though, is that you gotta give credit where credit's due. COPELY and Marvel Strike Force, they have figured out a very good way now to do these events. As we kind of saw with Odin's previous event a couple weeks back, it was very, very successful, and it was once again also a 14-day event. There was a big diamond opportunity for Odin, in this case Omega Red, and as well the Gear Tier 20 pieces. Everything is just really rewarding for those that are spending in the game, right? So the good news is that the game doesn't seem to be going anywhere, because it seems like they've now figured out a really good way for getting people to spend, honestly, because this is already enticing enough as it is with the rewards. But now you're rewarding all the folks that have spent with some of these events because of the fact that now they're taking advantage of that early unlock for the Accursed characters. For those that, didn't have a chance to actually unlock Halvarine, now we actually have a moment here in the command center to accumulate the shards through the week A event. So that's what happens, right? If you're free to play, you just have to be patient. These events like this with this Halvarine do come, and then we just take our time and unlock at our own pace and whatnot. But for events like this, guys, where we're thinking about the big picture and we're preparing for the next big team, unfortunately, these rewards aren't going to be more important than the big Fantastic Four rework that's coming. In addition to obviously what we saw yesterday in the Strike Spot release, was that Franklin Richards is going to completely rechange and shape up the meta. And for myself anyways, guys, my focus has always been in prioritizing 2 game modes, right? Number 1 being Arena, as you can see, still being top 10, and as well the raids that we're doing 100% single every day, just because of the rewards that we can get and that opportunity for more Gear Tier 20 pieces. Having said that, the reason why I care so much is because once those Fantastic Four characters come into play here, everything that you see, Odin, the Xavier meta, who knows what's going to happen. You can even see Quasar here. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how these Fantastic Four characters synergize with them, but as well, the arena shift is going to happen quite drastically, as we kind of saw when Annihilators were first introduced. And having said that, the reason we care, because end of the day, we want power chords to give us that early advantage of unlocking characters, to give us that edge when we're competing in events. In this case, not that helpful because of all the spending and all the accursed characters that are tied back to that tower. But I do want to remain in the top 20. I do want to remain in the top 50 once these Fantastic Four characters come. And that is just so much resources that we need to be saving, right? So I just wanted to get this video out for you guys to share with you my insight and my overall strategy. That's why I'm going to pause on this event. I'm going to start hoarding my other energies once again, because to be quite honest, even if I sustain what I'm doing right now, my ranking only drops, and this is just a day in, and we know with these 14-day events, they're competitive. Everyone's going to be spending nonstop, but got to give credit where credit's due. COPELY, Marvel Strike Force, they have found a very consistent way now to get folks to spend. And yeah, we'll see what happens in the future. If they keep releasing more events like this, we know and they know that it's working. And those that are putting money into the game, hopefully that's going to translate to better content. That's going to be translating to obviously awesome characters coming into the game, as well as new game modes that are around the corner. So that's my hope anyways. When you fund the game, you obviously hope that there's going to be changes coming along with it. So that's my 2 cents, guys. Anyways, hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully this is able to help you guys prepare for those of you that are in a similar position to myself. Otherwise, yeah, best of luck with the Fiery Incarnate. For those of you that are competing competitively, best of luck to you, and enjoy the event while it lasts. Thank you, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.